Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us here. Thank you for the National Clay Week of the USA and Make and Do for making this happen. We're happy to be here with you virtually gathering here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and Alfred, New York, USA. I would like to acknowledge that we stand on the unceded territories of the Onondaga Territory, Seneca, Haudenosaunee, the Tsuut'ina, and the settlers Iroquois and the Mohawks Nation, on which we are learning, working, and having this conversation today. Marina, here with us, is an emerging ceramic artist living in Montreal, Canada. She obtained her BFA at the University of Québec, Université du Québec de Montréal, and her training au Centre de Céramique Bon Secours, Montréal, Canada. Quebec, and she sells her work at several boutiques and exhibited her work locally and nationally through the country. So, merci beaucoup de nous accueillir ici. On va essayer de parler un petit peu français because French is both our first language. So we'll be going back and forth and making this whole interview interesting. So thanks, welcome, Marina. We'll start with some of your work and see what you're making.
Sure. Let me do the share screen.
I can see these colors in your work.
Yeah, I love mountains. It's a big part of my imageries, and those colors, the sky colors, and it's always somewhat present in my different collection. So there I have a little pot cover. The size is about like this, and I don't know if you can see all the little details, but in the background there's a gradient that goes from blue to purplish to peach and pink at the bottom here, and there's the pattern of mountains here.
Yeah, we can really see it in the contrast to the colors.
And there's like a kind of a ribbon of pink and flowers and a sun here, and a little donut with like candy sparkles in it.
I like it.
This is a new piece that I started to make recently. It's like a little dish to put precious things like jewelry or incense or crystals and stuff like that. It's very tiny. It's maybe 10 centimeters large and like maybe 3 inches high. And I recently did a collab with a friend that is a glass blower. I can show you some things about that too. I'm very proud of this collaboration. So we did the hand blown glass foot to match the colors that were present in my collection. So there's like a salmony pink and a lilac and a golden. And yeah, I really love this this mix. I hope we can do it again another time. This series is very limited. There's only a few pieces, but I have them with me actually. I can.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that's great. We can see the size. It's really.
And like the patterns are all around and on the bottom too. It with the foot it's harder to see, but all my pieces have like a image on the bottom too. And sometimes I do also the patterns inside, but it's more rare because it takes so much more time. But I have this mug here, for example, that has patterns inside too.
And I just like your composition is so thoughtful, and meticulous layers of colors and imagery, and your potteries are stunning. And I would just, could you tell us a bit more about the technique you use? Or like, how do you go about choosing your content and the imagery? Because I mean, this photos of mountains, like you already told us that this is an inspiration for you, but I was wondering about how you gather imagery, or what pulls you towards these colors.
Usually my creative process starts with the matter itself. I like to play with clays and stains, and I also add minerals for texture, and I make like little textiles and I play with them and I see what I like. And sometimes I will let's say I buy stains from Mason, and like let's say I test the purple and I would like it to be a little more blue, and I would do a triaxial color to have a shade I really like. And for the process itself, it starts with a large slab of plain clay. I use the Laguna B mix for this collection. It's a creamy color. And then I put all the shapes of it's thinly pressed, like sheets of lasagna maybe. And then I cut the patterns in that sheet of clay, and I press them in the big slab. So with this piece here that you see on the screen, the first layer is a gradient. So there's a technique to make gradients with colored clay. It's basically you would do like triangles. Like let's say this is a square, and you will do 2 triangles, and then you will fold that over and over and over again, and it will produce the gradient in between the 2 colors. So I will make maybe I'm not sure I have an image of that. Maybe I have an image of that I can show you later when we go on my cell phone. And so yeah, the first layer is a slice of the gradient. Then I put the little yellow circles for the suns, and then the mountains, and then the donuts, and then the flowers, and then the small details like the little confettis. I don't know if you can see that well, but
yes, we can. It's a nice, small, subtle detail.
And in the colors, there's often stuff added to them. So like the white here, you can see it's the little sparkles are like bits of colored clay that are mixed together with the white porcelain. And in the mountains, there's added like sands and minerals and stuff like that to make it look more rocky. And yes, that's it. After for the decor, that's it. And I shape them in a very basic way on plaster molds. And then there's the bisque firing, and then I will wet sand all my bisque pieces, because often on the surface there's like color mixing, and they don't mix like under the first layer. So I clean them very well, and then the glaze, and then the gold details at the end.
It's really, and do you get, like, how do you collect do you draw a lot, or it's more photo based, or it really comes, like you said, instinctively, you create these shapes through
No, I never
working with
draw.
the clay?
I don't like to draw. I draw like with the matter. When I do my first pieces, when I change collections, I don't do like a super big series. I do like a smaller slab, and I see what I like and what I like a little less, and then when I make a bigger series, that's more or less like this that I do my like sketching. Yeah.
And do you and so what's, like, who are your artistic influence right now? I mean, maybe we can like go on your phone or see photos, but is
Sure.
there any artists or
Sure.
anything that influence, like it could be food, or how do you go about your color choices as well?
Partager. So this my saved picture on Instagram. It's pretty much like a mood board, all the things I like. And for an artist, I really love Jamie Ayon. It's very different from what I do, but I was always like attracted to like circus aesthetics and like party aesthetics, and I like patterns of face too. I did some patterns of smileys in my work before, not this time, but I love also Brand Pafford. It's he works with colored clay too, and he adds little stuff, and I don't know how to call that, little trinkets.
Yeah, trinkets is a good word.
And sometimes it's more functional too. On this one, it's like it's colored clay made on the wheel, so you can see the swirl, and then he adds minerals as a handle, and also the glitter on the bottom. I love this the exuberant aesthetics of his work, and you can see there.
Yeah, I can see how you approach some aspect of your work in similar ways, how you use gold to like bring out attention, or to bring that shimmer, or to highlight certain aspects of your composition.
I love him too. Yeah, Yaya Situation. I'm not sure what his real name is, but again, it's like the kind of the circus freaky characters. I'm looking for someone in particular.
As I'm looking at your Instagram, it's really interesting actually to bring this visual, digital sketchbook in a sense to the practice. And I think a lot of artists, we're all doing this right now, is using our phone quite a bit to just record and also show socially what's happening. And I saw the sign of Black Lives Matters, and I was wondering how, like, as your work being influenced by current social or political issue, and
not directly, yeah, but I feel very concerned, even though like I'm not like targeted by racism, of course, but And now that I have a platform, like I have almost like 6,000 people that follow me, I find like it's a responsibility to take position on social issues. So I don't always do it, but when I feel that I need to speak up about something, I will do it. Like it's not like like I'm not a political account by any means. Like I don't always like post political stuff on my stories, but sometimes I would do it if I feel it's necessary. And the last wave of the Black Lives Matter movement was very important. I find to all speak up about that and say that enough is enough.
Yeah, I know the voice. And yeah, great. It's and I knew, just by making art, we're all being political in a way. So definitely, and a choice of imagery that we share and what we bring out, right? What we share with the world has an impact.
I realized that I was not seeing so much art from POC people when the Black Lives Matter movement arrived. So I made an effort to diversify my feed and to follow more people from the diversity. Yeah,
same.
It's easy to sit on the statu quo that you think you are not racist, you're a good person, but like when you really dig into it, and there is like always stuff we can do better.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I see like different material on your imagery too. And I was wondering if there's a material right now or something that exhilarates you, that just you're fascinated. And I know you've done this amazing collaboration with a glass artist, so the transparency glass, and it seems to be something new in your practice. But is anything that
yeah, I really love glass. It goes so well with ceramics because we use glass in our glazes, but we don't have the transparency. Even with the better porcelain there is in the world, it's not like a window. You cannot see like and I find this very seducing, the way light hits the glass surface, and the textures also, and in Tommy's work, who did his name is Tommy Tremblay, who did the pieces for me. He often do textures in his glass, so when you turn it around, it's like it's the light is dancing. It's so beautiful, I find. And as also for my practice in my next collection, I would like to explore more textures. So you would see sometimes I save like beaded glazes and crater glazes and piping. Like I love the cake decor. I can spend like I don't know how much time, but a lot of time to watching like cake decor videos on YouTube to relax. And I would like to integrate parts of that in my work. Let's see, it's earlier.
That's just such an interesting, fascinating comparison, because really the technique that you use of layering clay has a similar tactility or imagery than the cake decor. It's really...
Yeah, I think there's something very interesting to do with the piping with colored clay. I'm not the first one who does that, but I would have to find a way to make it my way. I still have to make a lot of tests, and I love this aesthetics of very kitsch and kitsch birthday parties. And this is from an artist, Orly Annan. She makes like very interesting photo compositions. I love the exuberance of like the colors, the fabrics, and the exotism. like I was always attracted also by the colorful and exuberant aesthetics of South America culture, because my father is from Dominican Republic, and I was born and raised here, so this part of my culture is very distant for me, but I was always attracted to discover that more. And so yeah, I love the aesthetics of like quinceañeras and all that, the piñatas, the confettis.
Yeah, and I can see, I think we can all see the influence in your work and how this, like without, even if you didn't physically or in the everyday experience it, we can see that it's embedded in your work, your dad's origin.
I love this artist too. He's incredible, Glenn Barclay. He works with piping too. Not always, but you can see it here.
And you look a lot at different artists working with clay, but also in different visual art and in different medium. And I was wondering how, because you have a background in visual art, and how, tell us a bit more about your background and what pulled you towards clay and how it became the principal medium for your practice.
It's a bit random, actually. It's one thing that led to another. I was working with clay at the university, but not only clay. I was working with all kinds of different disciplines, from wood to metal to resin, and like all the sculpture mediums. But it was just more comfortable, like intuitive with clay than the other ones. So that's why I went more through that. And after when I finished school, the BFA, I was not sure about what the next step would be for me, for my career. And I didn't even consider that it was something possible that I could be like a potter, or a functional potter, or a ceramic artist. And I had a friend who wanted to go to the ceramic school, and I had no plans really, so I said, okay, let's go, we can go together. And yeah, it's just that. And then I continue. I love the medium, so yeah, I continued.
That's awesome. I love how these people enter your life, or at these moments that change your path, or actually guide you towards where you're supposed to be going towards, Great. And I think I have another, like how do you go about, like how have you developed your career? And you're still an emerging artist, and I'm wondering if like you have plan for where you'll see your work evolve, or what's your thinking on that?
It was at the beginning, it was more à tâtons. What's the expression for that in English?
À tâtons, je vais essayer de trouver en anglais. Let's see if we can find it in English. Is where you like from your instinct kind of feels around what's what.
When I left the ceramic school, I was not in the best place, like emotionally. It was hard for me. And then I did like some small like local markets with my work, and I wanted to continue exploring, but I didn't feel like safe enough to get a studio, not safe but secure to get a studio and invest the money. So I I went back to the university for a session, and I benefited from the studios there, and I did a little like holiday collection for the markets. So that's when I really started. I find I did like the little markets here in Montreal, Puss Pop and the Etsy markets, and then.
Yeah, maybe I can tell them a little bit what Puss Pop is about. Puss Pop is a really great underground art-based market where different artists that works with different mediums just like meet and sell their work, and it happens twice a year. Really dynamic. So sorry, just to
that
put
was
them in
great,
context.
and I had for the first time I had a good success. It was great, and I made so much progress from this time. It's incredible. So sometimes it's hard to, well, I don't know what to say, but today I would not be like proud of that work, but it still worked. And then I had to stop because for my health I have an ankle issue, and I had to get a surgery. So for like 6 months I was off, and then when I got better, I decided to do that for real, and I got a studio, and then I went to go grants. I don't know if you can call that a grant, but here there's a program that it's called La Mesure STA, Soutien au Travail Autonome.
Yeah, I did that program too.
Yeah. So for like one year, they accompany you for all the business stuff, and they teach you how to run a business. Kind of, it's very general. It's like not always like accurate for us, for artists, but still it gives a good base, and also there's money that comes with that. So
yeah, that always helps.
very convenient. And then, like as soon as I could, I asked for grants from the SEDEC to always like improve my business. And and I think that's if I had advice to give to someone that want to start, that's one of them, like to always try to get the more that you can from the more support that you can.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And we're lucky to have a grant system and help, and often like business, like you said, this is like a business program, but artists to be able to get like involved with these kind of programs just helps us launch our career. And sometimes we feel we don't fit in, but it's good to just go for it, and you learn so much.
That's one thing that often the artists are they don't like the business part of the work, and they are afraid of that. I was like that at the beginning, but I think that everyone can learn that skills. It's not rocket science, and it's necessary to be able to do the stuff, the work you love. You have to be able to work around the markets and the marketings and everything, the tables, doing your tables and all of that. So I think if someone is a little bit overwhelmed by all that, maybe just start, because it's not so complicated.
Yeah, I like what you're saying. Like sometimes, to just jump in, and then suddenly you get in the role, and you're it will evolve faster than you think.
Get into communities of peers. That's so important too. Like if you cannot in real life, there's a lot of communities on Facebook, and you will learn so much faster everything you have to learn with sometimes just a little question. That helped me a lot. for the business part and also for the technique part, because I didn't learn how to work with colored clay at the ceramic school. I learned all that afterwards, and there's a Facebook group that's called Color in Clay, and it's so resourceful. And there's a lady who runs it. She's named Chris Campbell, and she has also a site and where she show all the main techniques, and it helps a lot for someone who would like to start with colored clay.
Yeah, that's great. I like your point about community, because I feel the same way. It's really important to ask for help, and often artists are being asked to just on dit avoir plusieurs chapeaux en français, to have so many hats and like work in so many different aspects of running a business. So asking for help is something that we often forget. Thanks, Marina. That's really interesting. Merci beaucoup. Anything you'd like to share? I think that was really good. Thank you for your generosity. I think a lot of emerging artists will feel inspired from this. And anything else you'd like to add for?
Well, yeah, again, with the sharing knowledge, I do a blog. Well, I should say I did. It's been a while since I uploaded, but there is very in-depth articles I made about how to work with stains and mixing stains. I could show you a little bit.
Maybe, sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is my site, and it's just like a little bio, and it's and there's the previous collections too. If someone is curious, I did the other collection with completely different aesthetics. This was like last fall.
Yeah, I really think it's interesting how you work by different collection, allowing you to enter a different world or different subject within your practice. It's something that I found is quite stunning and like strong in your work. It's good to see.
Thank you. Yeah, this one had like raised parts, as you can see here. And this was, I find it interesting to show, because this was the collection I do now, but the first series, so last year. And you can see that like it's related, but it's so much more complex what I do now, and I find it very interesting to see that.
Yeah, the evolution.
Yeah. So for the blog, it's like it's in the bar here, blog. This one was about like my my mug collection. Sometimes I do posts about artists that I enjoy, and techniques. This is about tools. So it's this one, color clay. So here I show my process to color clay. I make a paste with the stains, and then I paint a slab and I roll it and I wedge a little bit, and I repeat the process until it's all done. So I talk about the suppliers, the health and security, my favorite colors, the way I test colors, the way I test the concentration. And yeah, this is the process of mixing the balls. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's really generous of you to share that information too. And I feel like since you told us that the process influence your making, it's great to be able to access this through your blog. And yeah, like you said, it's another way to share.
Yeah, I find that I got a lot of knowledge from other persons, so I think it's a wheel that has to keep on turning. Is that something you can say in English?
I think so. We could say it. Yeah, you're right. The wheel. La roue qui tourne. I love it. Yeah, that's true. Awesome. Great. So yeah, I invite everybody you can reach out to Marina, and the blog is there, our website, and please join our Instagram. You can follow.
Yeah, and I just started a Patreon too. So if like someone would like to make a request of blog topics and stuff like that, they could go on my Patreon and this is my it's inside the when you. So yeah, I make a preview on all the pieces that will be available, because they will be available in a couple of days, but the Patreon members, they can see it already, and that would be the place to interact with me in a more how do you say that, close, or
I would say it in French.
De manière plus rapprochée.
Yeah, like closer encounters, like to really be able to get a closer relationship as a client or as a follower. Mm-hmm. Great. Awesome. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.